Going live. Hey everyone, welcome. If you are catching me on replay, I hope to see you guys maybe next time I am on. This is the last night that I'm doing sort of scheduled weekly readings. That doesn't mean I'm not coming back at all for live readings. It's just I'm not going to be doing them on a weekly basis. And that's just because I have a newborn. It's very hard to commit to any sort of schedule at this point in my life. But I will definitely be jumping on here and there for various events. And so if you ever want to know when I will be on and doing those, visit my website event page or my Facebook event page. Hey, Rochelle, welcome. So a few announcements before we get started with tonight. For those of you who really enjoy practicing your psychic ability and you really like that we did that last week, which we're also going to do tonight, please join my Facebook group. And my Facebook group is basically a group for people who have taken my classes. Even if you haven't taken my classes, that's okay. It's basically a space where we can practice reading each other. Hey, Mama Odie. And right now we are in the middle of a mutual dreaming exercise. So if you want to join tonight, join right now. I'm going to just share the link while I'm at it. Bam. Oh, I don't know if that'll work. Well, we'll see. So you can join tonight. We have one more night of this mutual dreaming where we're trying to basically meet up in our dreams. I think me and Allison actually met up in our dreams last night because we had two very similar things going on. So if you like practicing, join the Facebook group. I'm not like in there trying to sell you anything or anything. It's literally just for practice, because a lot of the people taking my courses need to practice. And as much as I love the online platform of giving out my courses, you have to practice on other people. And I wanted to be able to give that to everyone. So, sorry for joining so late tonight, by the way, you guys. I had so many internet problems. It was driving me crazy. What other announcements did I have? So, yeah, join the group tonight because we have one more night of mutual dreaming, and you can join us even if it's this late. All you have to do before you go to bed is set the intention that I want to meet the people in the group in my dreams, and then you wake up, you try to record anything that you get, and then we are all sharing it in the comments of that thread and seeing if any of us maybe like lined up anywhere. So really fun exercise. It stretches your intuitive ability and it's a ton of fun. But yeah, happy first day of fall, you guys. I have my pumpkin ale beer here with me because it's fall. And I was gonna say that let's see. I have also on my Facebook group, I've got a full moon ritual. You can also use it for the equinoxes. So spring, summer, fall, winter. Usually I get together with some of my girlfriends that are kind of woo woo, and we do this ritual together to sort of welcome in the new season. And each season is like, it kind of has a different energy. So fall, which is today, is about planting the seeds to harvest. It's about harvesting what's good in your life, and so that's kind of the theme. And if you set intentions around that, it's perfect for the fall equinox. So if you want to see that ritual, I don't know if I can share the link within the actual group unless you're in the group, but I will re-share it in the group if you want to see it. So yeah, guys, is that all my announcements? I think so. So tonight we are doing two things because it is my last night. I want to do gallery readings, and then I want to do a practice reading with you guys, where you guys read, because everyone seemed to have enjoyed that last time. So what do I want to start with? Do I want to start with gallery readings? I think I want to start with a practice reading. And I don't have anything for you guys to read. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose one of you guys to read. And that way we will all get some practice, including me. So out of the 7 people here, if you have a question, what I want you to do is play this little game. So the game is Guess What I'm Thinking. And I'm going to say some sort of category, and then you have to guess what I'm thinking of within that category. And if you guess right, then we will use your question for the practice reading. So everyone's going to be looking into it. So if you don't want to have everyone looking into your question, don't throw up guesses, I guess. So yeah, I think I've got it. So I'm going to think of a color. If you can guess the color that I'm thinking of, then you will go ahead and get the reading from the group. So throw it up. This just has a little bit of pumpkin taste to it. I don't know if I like it. Not green, not yellow. Keep guessing. You can guess more than once. This is normally how I do my live readings. But I've been favoring the speed readings and the gallery readings lately. Not purple, not pink. Not blue. Not white. I think it's like the only color that no one has said. Not black. Red, Danielle. Okay, so Danielle guessed the color. It was red. So Danielle, what we're going to do is you throw up a question, and we are all going to practice reading and getting answers for Danielle. And so we're going to just do a fun little psychic exercise to help each other learn how to be more psychic. And then we'll do this for a little bit, and then I'm going to go into gallery readings. So Danielle, throw up your question. And so what we're going to do, everyone, is if Danielle gives us permission with her question, we are going to sort of connect to her energy. So you can kind of look at her name, you can kind of look at her photo. And what we want to do is set the intention that we want to help Danielle, that we only want to talk to beings for her highest and best good. And then when she asks the question, we are going to ask our guides, we're going to ask her guides, okay, what's the answer to this question? And then we want to sit and we want to receive. Psychic information is best when you are receiving. When you're trying and when you're pushing and you're trying to search for information, that's using the wrong part of your mind. You don't want to be using the left brain analytical mind. You want to be using the receptive right brain creative side of your mind, where you're just letting information come to you. Does Danielle have a question yet? I don't know if my internet is just slow, but okay, cool. So Danielle has a question. Will I start my own business? Awesome. So this is a yes or no question. So you guys can throw up in the comments whatever you're getting, and I'll answer to Danielle. I just want to kind of coach everyone through this as well. So with the yes or no question, it's a little hard because you might get yes and then you might hear no and you second guess yourself. So what I might say instead, if you're having trouble getting an answer with the yes or no question, is to change it to how can Danielle start her own business? Because I assume that's what she wants. So what we want to ask is like, what are some steps that we can give Danielle instead of just saying yes or no? Especially because yes and no could be so misinterpreted and you might second guess yourself and then give them the totally wrong answer. No worries, Danielle. So that's part of what you have to do when you are being intuitive is sometimes people don't know how to ask questions correctly. So you have to go in and do that yourself. And normally I don't like go through this whole spiel to people, when I'm giving them a reading. I just change the question automatically. So is anybody reading Danielle, tuning into her energy, tuning into her guides, asking, will she start her own business? Danielle, intuitively, what I'm already getting is yes, but there's some obstacles. I don't want to jump ahead of everyone because I want to give everyone a chance to respond. Is anybody reading her and just needs more time? I don't want to wait if no one else is like reading her. I know we're doing this at the beginning of the night and sometimes we don't have as many people in here. I'm just going to tune into it, Danielle, while we wait. And if you're struggling to just kind of come back to yourself, center yourself, connect to her energy again, remember to wait. Say what you get. Rochelle's picking up finances are emphasized as well as location. Interesting. And it's hard too when you're reading with everyone else to get thrown off by other people's reading. So, as you're reading the other chats, sometimes you have to clean your slate, ask the question again. And even if you're just getting like a color or just anything, throw it up, because even that is psychic information, and you have to trust and say what you get, even if it's just something little and it doesn't make any sense. Interesting. Okay, I'm not going to read the comments. I'm going to do my reading really quick. But I'll let other people throw up their... So how can Danielle start her own business? And Danielle, you can answer people in the comments too. So Rochelle's getting finances are emphasized as well as location. Are there concerns about the market for this business? Danielle, do you have a business idea in mind? I'll just ask that for context. Because it's very different, and the reason why I'm asking that is it's very different if she's already got an idea in mind versus if she has no idea what she's looking for, because then that sort of changes the reading. We can go into the route of, okay, what is this that she might be looking for, and kind of how can we read it based on that? Or if there's something she's already set on, okay, we don't have to spend the time figuring out what it is. We can move forward into getting pros and cons of that. Excuse me. So Danielle says she's got a couple ideas. She's just not sure which one to go with. Okay. Danielle, just for practice for everybody, can you throw up maybe like A, B, C, and maybe just put like 1 or 2 words with each? So like pretend I was, A, nursing, B, jewelry business, or something like that. And then what I'm going to have us do is basically look at ABC and just kind of like get a feeling from each, because sometimes it helps to separate it when someone has multiple ideas. It helps to know, okay, here's this idea, here's this idea. You can read the energy separately. And then you can even go into pros and cons, challenges, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll just kind of dive deeper into Danielle's reading, and then after we're done, we'll go back to gallery readings where I'll read you guys. But this just gives you guys good practice. And in the future, I will make sure to make these events separate. So if I do practice nights, that you'll know if it's different than just like reading nights, if you're not really interested in learning how to do this yourself. Ooh, good idea, Rochelle. So Rochelle's trying to guess what she's into already. That's a great way to sort of flex that ability. So I also got time to go. So maybe Danielle, I'm also getting like location might need to be a little different, maybe switched up. And I'm also getting that you need to think through things a little bit better, and just like, I think you're just kind of, it's up in the air, but I think you really need to sit down and weigh, after this reading, actually weigh the pros and cons of what you want to do and what's actually feasible. So I feel like there's sort of just like dreams, they're just big ideas, but your next step is definitely like, okay, how do I actually turn these into something serious, and what does that require, and is that something I want to do? So Danielle is doing 2 different things. So A, making candles, or B, something with food. I do love creative things. You're very creative. I'm gonna go ahead and give Danielle the rest of what I got for the original question, which was how can she make this business happen? And I got the card time for a nap, which is in reverse, which to me says you're sort of you're dragging your feet on this. You're not making a decision. You're just kind of napping on the job. So I think, again, that's that whole thinking advice of like, you actually have to come to it and decide what you want to do and think about it and not have it just be a dream up here. Actually have it be a reality of, okay, well, if I did this, I would need to buy these supplies, or I would need to start a Facebook page, or I would need to have an actual physical business, whatever it is. I feel like you haven't quite thought through that, Danielle. Um, and then Danielle, the other card I pulled was that you don't have the right people around you to encourage you. So your tribe is sort of affecting you. And so maybe getting around people who are creative, or maybe getting around people who are into food, or into, what was your other thing? Making candles. Maybe that will help inspire you and motivate you. Um, so that's kind of my original reading. So what I'm going to have everyone do now is let's look at the pros and cons of her candles versus food. So let's start with candles. What's the good, what's working well for her, and then what's kind of going against her. And this often is just super helpful for people, because if you put it in perspective of like pros and cons, it's kind of a logical way of approaching it, even though you're using your intuitive ability. And sometimes I found that when people come to me for readings, they don't know how to sort through all of their feelings on it. And so that's why I love doing pros and cons. Okay, so making candles. So I'm getting, okay, with this card, I think the issue with the candles is, and everyone else, feel free to throw up your readings. It looks like just Rochelle is still, I don't know if Mama Odie is still reading. Um, but feel free to throw it up. If you're not even getting what I'm getting, that's totally okay. People can pick up on completely different things. When I did volunteer readings, I'd be sitting next to somebody and we'd be reading the same person and we would be getting two totally different things. But both of them made absolutely sense. It made a ton of sense. Um, ooh, interesting. So Rochelle says the pros to the candles is that you have very like different style to them, which is good. Even the smell is different, which is good because like candles, so many people make candles that you really have to do something to make it kind of stand out. And I agree with Mama Odie, not as much red tape. Oh, that's confirmation. Rochelle, that's awesome. You're doing such a great job connecting. Um, Cool. And I kind of got a card similar to what Mama Odie said, which is buy the book. And I got it in reverse, which to me says like you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. You don't have to go by the book. You can, sort of what I was picking up intuitively as I read the card was that um, there's a lot of creative ways for you to make money, where you don't have to like start a business where you have to like make a business plan and you have to like do all this crazy things. Like you don't have to have a physical location, stuff like that. So let's do cons of candles. I just wanted to start small and see how it goes. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. One of the things I often say to people when they're trying to start business ideas, this is my logical, not intuitive, is that sometimes if you just start small and sort of grow it on the side, you'll it's a lot easier to do that versus if you just ditch everything in your life and put all your time and energy into it and you're worried about it making you money totally and completely. Like that's how I did my psychic business. I've done it on the side for years and it's finally growing into something that it might almost equal the amount of money I make at my current job, and then hopefully one day it will make more than that and I can leave my other job. Okay, so cons. My cons that I'm getting, Danielle, is nothing bad. I got peace. So that to me says that you're really going to find peace creating them and giving them away. You're going to feel connected and you're just going to enjoy doing it. So I'm not getting anything negative from the cards. I'm sure if we delved into it, there's a lot more obstacles. That's awesome. Rochelle's like, I'm picking this up big time. I agree, because I mean, I pulled the no negative cards around it. Not saying that there's no obstacles are ever going to be around it. That's not the case. So what was the other thing? So that was the candles. So let's do something with food, just to kind of move this along, so we can go to our gallery readings. So let's do the pros of. I already forgot what it was. The fact that I keep forgetting, to me, says the energy is just like not there. Something with food. And maybe that's because your intention isn't there. So we're reading your ideas as of right now. And so as a psychic, I like to tell people, you know, if you hone those ideas more, if something changes, which the future always changes, you know, the outcome can change. So, and I say that because I don't want, I don't want people to completely just give up on an idea because of something that I said. It just might mean that the energy is just not there right now. I like turtles. I'm back. Welcome back. Oh, that's fun, Mama Odie. So I like turtles. What we're doing right now is we are practicing. I'm letting you all practice. We're all reading Danielle together, and she's sort of weighing two different possible job options. So we just read the pros and cons of her candle business, and now we're sort of looking into food. What she wants to do something with food. So, bye, Rochelle. Thank you so much. So we are doing pros to her food idea, and then we'll do cons, and then we'll move on to gallery readings for everybody. This is just, I wanted to give everyone a practice night so that you can flex your psychic abilities. So yeah, everyone, let's do pros of this food thing. Something with food as a career for Danielle. And as I'm pulling cards, I'm having a hard time picking cards, and that to me says like the intention, your idea for it is just not there yet. And I think naturally this one is just going to fall second to the candles because you just haven't thought it through. Michelle, I keep missing you. In a second, Michelle, we are all reading Danielle right now, and then I'm going to do gallery readings here in a second. So Danielle, the pros to doing something with food, I think it's going to be a little bit more fulfilling to you is kind of what I'm getting, because you're going to see the direct benefit. You're going to feel like, oh, I'm giving away something that I'm creating, and I'm seeing the person enjoy it and appreciate me and give that back to me, which I don't necessarily feel like you would get that as much with the candles, you know, because you're just kind of packaging them, sending them out into the universe, and you never really see anybody. So I think one of the things you kind of need with your career is feeling that exchange of gratitude. And so maybe that's why the food would work a little bit better. Mama Odie is saying she's getting that you'd be more stressed around it. Do love that I love to cook. Danielle, I'm also getting like you can do both of these things very easily. Like I'll say that now. I think especially if you just kind of focus on one for a little bit, put some energy into it, maybe, when you get bored of that one, switch over to this one, put some energy into it. I'm getting that it's going to take like some slow build up, but this card I pulled, oh wait, I'm jumping forward to the cons, but I'll wait, see if there's anything else. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, Danielle, it depends. Like if, I'm thinking right now of my aunt and she wanted to build this whole entire craft service, or what is it called? Catering service. Sorry, I'm thinking film. She wanted to build a whole catering business, and that took her a lot longer than if she was just selling like cakes, to local people. She had to go talk to businesses and like she had to get a kitchen, and that there's a lot more to that. And so I think right now, whatever your ideas are of starting small, definitely is going to work. Have you seen the candles that look like food? Let's combine it. Okay, so let's read the cons for Danielle of maybe the downsides to the food. I also pulled this card. This card is Unfinished Symphony, and this is basically what I was just saying of like, there's not, that idea is not fully there. There's still more that can be written. There's still more that needs to be figured out. I just feel like maybe you haven't quite thought about where you would fit in with something with food. So maybe it's like, well, I want to do cakes. So I want to do catering. Oh, I don't even know what else you can do with food. But I feel like you sort of need to hone that idea a little bit more before committing. Because right now, if you just jump in now, I feel like your intentions wouldn't be clear. Things wouldn't manifest as easily, because when you're not clear, the universe doesn't really know what you want, and it can't really help you get what you need. What is kind of everything God is one? I'm not following. So yeah, I think Danielle. So now what we do as a reader, okay, we've dived into all of the little intricacies of the reading. So now we kind of have to think about summing it up. Okay, so pros and cons of each, she sort of remembers, and normally I kind of recap it and I say, okay, candles seem to be working a little bit better for you. Not saying that food can't be done, it just needs a little bit more work. And then her original question, I kind of work my way back and I say, can you make a business? Yes, absolutely. But here's all the little things to like watch out for. And that's what our guides are here to do and help us with. Ooh, yummy, Mama Odie. I had a candle. It was a joke candle that smelled like farts. And you would light it. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but those are great, like white elephant gifts. I did it for my brother one year. I bought it for him. He was like, "Oh, this is stupid." And then I took it and I went up into his bedroom and I lit it. And I lit the candle in his bedroom, and it was up there like going for like 2 hours, which was probably very dangerous. But and then he went up into his bedroom that night and he's like, "Oh no, oh my god." And that thing smelled so bad. We couldn't even keep it in the house. We had to keep it in the garage. That's a random tangent, but on the subject of candles, those joke candles are hilarious. What is your room color for real? It is. Ugh, I don't like these. It's kind of, yeah, like a beige brown. It looks really weird because I've got several different lights in here. So I've got the blue light coming from the computer, and then I've got the orange light from all the actual like light bulbs. So it probably looks green almost, but that's not the real color. Because if you look at the what is it called? Not a cabinet. What is that thing called? The closet. The closet. That's white, and so you can see on the screen it's not true white. Alrighty. So let's do gallery readings. Yes, Danielle, absolutely. Thanks for letting us practice on you. So yeah, you guys, if you really enjoyed that, let me know. It seemed like we only had like 1 or 2 people participating. Like I said, if I jump on and do these again, I'll make them very separate things. I'll do like live streaming for practice and live streaming for readings. Again, join my Facebook group. I think I'll just throw the link up again. This is basically a space that we all practice on each other. And right now we are currently practicing by doing a mutual dreaming exercise. So the last 2 nights we've gone to bed with the intention of let's dream together. And then we're trying to meet up in our dreams. And I've done it before and I know it works because it's crazy. There was one time that it was actually my coach, Karen. She was like, okay, do this before class tomorrow. We're all going to dream. And literally, I had a dream that she was like holding a garden pot. And she said something like, oh, I'm never going to use these. These are so big, or something like that. And I wrote that down in my journal. I came to class. And then we got to class. Like, we went over the homework, blah, blah, blah. I didn't mention that part. And then I think later in the class, we got on a tangent and she was talking about her garden. And she said, like, word for word, what I heard in my dream, which was like, I have these big pots on my porch. They're huge, but I'm never going to use them because they're so big and I don't think anything will grow in them. And I was like, oh my gosh, Karen, that's what I dreamt last night. And I pulled out my notebook and I was like, see, I'm not lying. So these mutual dreaming exercises actually work and you can connect with each other while you're dreaming. It's crazy. And the person who's doing it with me right now, Allison, who also went to that program with me, she is 8 hours ahead of me. She's in Germany right now, and we're doing this mutual dreaming exercise, and we are still able to meet in our dreams. So like last night, I was dreaming that I was in a hotel, and I was packing up, and I was trying to get out of the hotel, and she also dreamt that she was packing up baby stuff. Like she was packing up, but she didn't know where she was going. And so those 2 similarities are crazy. Anyways, super cool. If you want to join us, this is the last night that we're doing it. But even if you don't join us tonight, we do a ton of exercises in that group. So definitely join if you're curious about honing that psychic ability. Hello, everyone. Absolutely, Danielle. I'm gonna block this person because they're being rude and we don't need that in here. Oh wait, I didn't hide user. I'm gonna put them in timeout. Yeah, it's super cool. And the video review that I just did, I think like 2 weeks ago, the Lucid Dreaming book, it goes into super detail about how to do it too, if you're interested in dreaming. Will you have other live streams? Yes. So I said that in the beginning. A lot of you guys weren't here, but tonight isn't like the last night period of live readings. I'm just not going to be doing the weekly live readings anymore. I just can't commit to them with a baby right now. It's just too much. But if I do jump on, I'm going to give you guys plenty of heads notice. I'm going to put an event on my Facebook page, on my website. So you guys will know. It's not going to be the only one. When he gets a little older, hopefully I'll be able to join more often. I want to get to it again in like the next couple months, but I shouldn't commit to anything. When are you due? I was due in June, so he's 3 months old. Have I been gone that long? I know, right? Well, I've been offline for a while too because I wanted to get the hang of baby and yeah, thanks, Daniel. Alrighty, you guys. So let's do gallery readings for the second half of tonight. So gallery readings. The reason why I'm doing this is because I have to do a gallery reading this weekend. And I haven't done one literally since I was in the Aspen program, which is where I learned how to do all of this. The Aspen program for psychic development. And basically what a gallery reading is you get a room full of people, like 20, 30 people. And I had to do this in person because my coach made us. She found 20, 30 volunteers. I think it was like 25 people that we had. And she had them all lined up in the room, and we were all nervous. And I mean, it was the whole class. We had like 10 girls up there who were doing these readings. And we had to basically stand up at the front of the room, and no one was asking us questions. What you do is you basically say, okay, spirit, come in. You tell me what the message is, and you tell me who it's for. So it's a lot different because I don't know your question. I don't know who that spirit belongs to. It's kind of like a reverse process, and it can get in your head. It can confuse you and overwhelm you because you just have 20 people staring at you, and you're supposed to come up with messages, and you have to make sure it's for the right person. So it's a lot more challenging. I'd love to be a mother like you one day. Oh, thank you. I never thought I would be. Well, I did, but it seemed like so unattainable. You should watch the first video that I did of my pregnancy series. So yeah, so that's gallery readings. I have to do that this weekend, but instead of being up there with like 10 other people, it's just me in front of like, it's only like 10 people, but still it's a lot. So I want to practice tonight. And so even though I can't see you all, which is going to make it more challenging, which I should then feel a little bit better when I actually have a room full of people in person and I can find them. So what I'm going to do is I'm sort of going to set the intention. We'll do a little quick meditation in here. I'm going to invite all of your guides in, all of your loved ones. I'm going to basically try to get a message, get the person. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say something like, okay, I think there is a, this spirit is here. And if it resonates with you, throw it up in the comments, like raise your hand, use a little emoji, be like, I think this resonates with me. It can resonate with several people. That's totally normal. And so when you throw up your hand, then I can hone in on who it is and who it's for. Normally, I'm not supposed to do that. That's called fishing. And the bad thing about fishing is like, you see, what's his name? The psychic medium, Edward, crap. He always gets a bad rap because he's in front of a group and he basically is like, I'm getting a D name. And then, 50 people raise their hands and then he's like, is it David? And then he waits for somebody to like, raise their hand and like, oh yeah, I have a David. And so my coach taught me not to fish. You have to know who you're meeting, you have to know who you're reading. You have to know what that message is before you go and find them. You can't fish, but I have to sort of do that because I can't actually see you all in front of me and I don't have all of your names in front of me. So I'm going to be fishing tonight, but I'm going to try not to. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, John Edwards. Yes, thank you, Michelle. John Edwards. Yeah, so I mean, I truly think he's actually connecting, but that's where the skeptics get him, is in that he fishes. And so my coach was very adamant about no fishing, do not open your mouth until you know what the message is and who it's for. All right, let's get to it. Sorry for all the explaining. All right, so if you guys want to be read, join me in this meditation. If you don't, you can sort of put up a bubble, say, nope, I'm good. But let's do it. So everyone take a big deep breath. I'm going to do this myself. Go ahead and take another one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that all the people that are watching this, replay or live, if you're watching replay, you can definitely get messages as well. What I'm going to do is ask everyone that's watching to invite in their guides. If you have a loved one in spirit, if you have, this is live, yes. How do I, sorry guys. I gotta get rid of the negative energy. Okay. I don't like when people are mean. All right. So go ahead, take a deep breath again. Sorry, distracted you all. Go ahead and invite in your guides, invite in your spirit guides, invite in any people, any animals, anyone you want to talk to. Even if you don't know who your spirit guides are, you can say, spirit guides, come in. You can say, if grandpa really, you want to talk to grandpa, invite him in. Or if you just have a question, put it out there to the universe, and hopefully one of your guides will get to you. And you can release that intention. I'm going to set the intention that I am only going to connect to your guides that are for our highest and best good. I'm going to also set the intention that I want to help. That intention is very strong for me. Hey, Kirsty. Something about that intention of I want to help really helps me connect. And I'm just going to sort of get started. So again, if you feel like this is a spirit attached to you, go ahead and raise your hand. Give me more information. The last time that we did this last week, several people resonated with the same message. Super cool. Okay, I got to get out of teaching brain and into reading brain. There's a spirit over here sitting on my couch. Brother, maybe who passed suddenly. Car accident, drugs. I could be wrong. He's got his head in his hands. He's embarrassed. I'll just give the message, even if it doesn't resonate with somebody. It might resonate with somebody on the replay. But this is like a brother, uncle, just a male loved one that has passed. I think he passed suddenly. I don't know if it was drugs, car accident, something negative. He could be. He's also saying like he might not be your brother, but you might know somebody who he is their brother. Is that, Suzanne, kind of making some sense? Let me just see what the message is. He's embarrassed. He's not happy with how he was remembered. He's not happy with the image that he portrayed of himself here. He's kind of stuck a little bit. He needs to get this off of his chest, which is why he's still kind of hanging around. Son took his life. Let me see if that's. I don't know if that feels like the same energy, Suzanne. Let me keep tuning into it. He feels like a bad boy, like into a lot of things that overdosed a week ago. Interesting. I'm leaning more towards Janessa, but I don't know. It could be. It could still hit several people. Thank you, Paul. I'm feeling like his message basically is, I'm embarrassed of what I did. This was not the real me, but I'm happier where I am. I'm no longer stressed out by all of the things that are going on. He wasn't able to break the cycle here on this plane. And so that's, somebody's stressed out about his passing still, but he wants them to know like he's so much more at peace where he is now than where he was before. Oh, Michelle, I got goosebumps. Maybe it's attached to Michelle. I can see him nodding his head. Yeah. I mean, he's sitting over here on my couch and he's got like his head in his hands and he's like this. And when spirits show me that physical, those physical mannerisms, to me, that's like, oh, he's still like very present in this reality and he's not as moved on. Whereas like when spirits are moved on more and more high vibe, They are sort of distant and they're more auras. At least that's how I see them. That's not how everyone sees them. I feel like I saw him on the right side of the room. Were you going to say Robert? I'm so bad with names, guys. Like, don't. That's why I never try to read names, is because I'm awful at them. And then people are like, oh, that's not him. So if you feel like you're strongly connected to what I'm saying, then it is probably someone who is connected to you. And now it seems like we have a few people in here who have very similar stories going on. And know that if you're getting goosebumps, if you're feeling the intuitive feeling like this is for me, then it probably is. And it could be one spirit that's not related to you, but the message might be the same. And spirit likes to work like that. You know, they have all these people here, they need to get a message. So let's get it all out to them at the same time. Let's combine the message. Oh, this is all demonic. No, it's not. Don't need that user in here. What? People are not making sense. That's okay. It happens. It's part of going live and it's part of being public. And if you can't shake it, then can't deal with it. I got a lot of practice with it on Periscope. Of course, Michelle. So that was his message. I hope that whoever it needs to get to gets to them. Because I feel like he needs to move on, and he needs this person to know that, like, he's embarrassed, but he's much better where he is now. So let me see if I can tune into more spirits. Thank you for passing that message along. Now, the hard part about the gallery reading is I have to push that spirit away because they could keep talking. And I've got to find another one to talk to. Old grandpa, wizardly dude. Definitely a spirit guide. I'm just going to say what I get. The message is to read more. He's putting a hat on my head. There's somebody here that is going through a funk. Maybe you're a little bit depressed. He wants you to get lost in books. He's like putting a wizard hat on my head, and it's making me think of Harry Potter. It's making me think of like Lord of the Rings. I'm like, okay, what's the message here? And he's like saying this person just needs to get lost in another world. It's going to be healing. They just need to do this right now. Pointed hat, right? Yes. Yes, I like turtles. You're so right. Well, and as far as to my left side, to my right side, the thing is the spirits can actually appear in different places. And that's literally the topic of the video that I'm doing this Friday. I did a video of how I see spirits, and I like acted like a spirit, and I sort of am editing it to as best as I can visualize it. So placement might be a little different to you. It's not exactly the same. So if you're seeing them in a different spot, it doesn't mean you're not connecting. Sometimes they're just, and I see sometimes they just pop all around, and I go over that in the video this week too. Wizard dude sounds like me. I'm sorry, Kirsty. Here. Orange. I think on PayPal. Okay. Yeah, I think that was all he was saying. He's like, whoever this is for, maybe it's for Marissa, probably, if she's feeling like it. Just get lost in a book. I think sometimes, that advice is not the best, like to disconnect and just escape. But I'm feeling like that is the key right now to do that. Kind of also feel like that's for me. Mm-hmm. Okay. More spirits. I just realized they were wandering upstairs. I had to bring them back down. Like, no, no, no. Don't bother my husband. Come back down here. There's too many. Hang on. I kind of go for which one is the strongest. I'll kind of list them out right now. I'm getting a goddess energy, like very Greek. She's here. I'm getting like a little girl who's kind of turning into a fairy. Excuse me. I knew that was gonna happen. Have you guys seen the movie Coco? One of the in Coco the spirit guides are called Alabrijes. And I was like, technically those should be on my radar too. It's just the Spanish Mexican version of, or, I don't know, it's like their interpretation of spirit guides. And I was like, if enough people believe in those spirit guides, they probably exist. And so, of course, I'm picking up on one because I was watching that movie and I was like, I bet those are real. Because if I pick up on fairies and mermaids and any of those, I should be able to pick up on some of these. It's a big cat, though. Isn't it such a good movie? Kirsty, do you have Venmo? If not, no worries. I'll give you a reading maybe towards the end really quick. One of my favorite movies. Anyway, okay, let me see if I can tune in more. The Alabrijes, I don't know why I'm saying it wrong. It's like a big. I can't really visualize it very well. That message makes so much sense. The message is like, this is for everyone, and this animal is coming in and saying, like, you guys, October, even starting now, if you want to connect with the other side, if you want to connect with spirits, right now is a perfect time. The veil is thin is the phrase that I keep hearing, and that's commonly used by psychics. And it's sort of like the veil is thin. You can connect easier with spirit guides, with spirit. I think you can connect equally at all times, but I think when you haven't practiced, it makes it easier for those of you who are like beginners. So I think the message is, if you guys are feeling a strong pull to develop your psychic abilities, right now is a really good time. Oh, nice, Mama Odie. Cool. Awesome. Okay, more spirits, more spirits. I want to hone in on this little girl. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, shoot. This is for me, but I'll read it. I feel like this is my future daughter coming to me, which is crazy. Which I really want another. I want a girl. I want a girl so bad. I have a boy. I want a girl. I want to be done. She's like dancing in circles. This is for more than one person, though. If there's anyone out there who's like, am I going to have a kid? Will I have a kid? Like, that's the question that I'm hearing that you're asking. The answer is like, yes. And I'm getting this little girl energy. I'm seeing her as like a young child, but she's changing form. Why does she look like a fairy? Hang on. She's got too many messages for too many people. Because like one message over here is like, for those who don't want kids or don't have kids, the message is like, she's a fairy. She's like, play more, do more things to connect with your inner child, like let loose, have fun. I think a lot of people, no, don't restart. Sorry, my computer's like, I'm about to restart. No. No kids for me. No, ma'am. So I think there's that message over there of like, play, have more fun, you know, for the people who maybe aren't having kids or don't have kids. And then there's the message of, you know, for those who are like, I want to have kids. Is there a spirit out there for me? She's like, I represent all of it, which is kind of interesting. Definitely feminine energy. Like if you're wondering, if you came to this thing or this video chat and you're like, is it going to be a girl or boy? I'm getting girl. And that's why, and I also feel like it's for me, because when I asked her, who are you for? And she's like, you. And I've been hardcore manifesting a girl because I really don't want 2 boys and I really don't want to have more than 2 kids. Hello, Jennifer. No worries. Okay. Hopefully that message gets delivered. We're doing a gallery reading, everyone. So if you're just now joining us, invite in the energy of your guides, invite in the energy of loved ones that you want to talk to. What I'm doing is I'm trying to find the guides, find the answers, and then attach it to the person. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Feel free to throw up a little question, Michelle, if you want. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Pan. If I don't pick up on him, feel free to reach out to me for a reading. Which is the other thing I was going to say, you guys. I'm going to be bumping up my reading prices, not by a whole lot, but just by a little bit. I just intuitively feel like it's time. Probably when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I think I've always just kind of had that in my head. Right now, I charge very, very little. And I'm just feeling like it's okay for me to upgrade to that next level. Hello, everyone. So probably once I get to 1,000 subscribers, and I will probably jump on live when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm so close, you guys. Like I used to get like 1 subscriber a month for a while, and then I was getting about 1 a day. And now it's just like compounding so quickly. I wake up and I have more subscribers. It's kind of scary. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm really putting myself out there as this big weirdo. And with that is going to come a lot of hate and shade, and I'm preparing for it. But I think my message and my drive of wanting to share this stuff is overpowering that. And also one of the big milestones with getting 1,000 subscribers is that I can finally monetize my channel, which is a huge help. Anyway. Heck yeah, Kirsty. I also do email readings. So if you just have like one question and you don't necessarily need to get on the phone, you can shoot me a request for an email reading. And another announcement, sign up for my newsletters. I put all of this in here. I'm going to be doing online bookings on my website. I have enough people booking me for readings right now that I'm wasting a lot of time doing the back and forth of like, what time zone are you in? What time do you want to do it? Oh, this day doesn't work for me. Does this day work for you? And it's starting to get really messy and hectic. So I'm implementing something on my website where basically you can log in, you can choose the day, you can pay for the reading, and it all is just set up. And that way you know my schedule, I know your schedule, and it makes it just so much easier. Oh, how funny, Danielle. Thanks, Lori. Lori's gotten a few readings from me, and her girls have gotten a few readings from me. I think I'm reading one of your daughters tomorrow, aren't I? I think so. Brandis. Anyway, sorry, tangents. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about my channel. I've been working so hard on it for so long, you guys. It's kind of like Danielle's reading that we were doing beforehand. It was a little thing on the side, and I have to slowly kind of work at it organically. And then one day it just started to snowball, and it's snowballing on a small scale, but it's finally at a point where like if I skip uploading a video, it still like is working and people are finding me. Um, let's see. Michelle said she donated, right? Who said? And Kirsty also said. Okay. More spirits coming through. Okay. This is a dad, a grandpa. He's shy. He doesn't really want to come through. He told me to pull a card. He says that you'll know who this is for. Or you, like you guys. His message is, it's time to heal. Focus. I love this card. Focus. There we go. Oh, it's heal the ouch. Sorry. Time to heal the ouch. Whoever this is for, you're ignoring something. Maybe there's something in your past that you don't want to accept. It's hard to address. Oh my goodness, there's like a little person sitting on that raccoon. Oh, raccoon. So my raccoon animal guide spirit is all about like hard work. So maybe this has something to do with your career. But basically, maybe throw that away if that doesn't make sense. This guide, this dad, father, somebody is coming through and he's saying, you're ignoring something, you're not healing. It's so important for you to, go into the emotions of whatever it is that you're avoiding, to feel them, to let them go, to accept them, to move on from them, and then to have an intention of how you want to move forward. So, like, the opposite of what I'm getting is right now what you're doing is you're ignoring your feelings, ignoring the things that are stressing you out, and you also you don't know what's next. You don't have something to guide you forward. You don't have a clear next path of like what's next in my life. And because those two things aren't working for you, this guide is coming, no, not guide, loved one is coming in, and he wants you to know that this is what needs to happen. Feel those feelings. It's okay. As long as you let them go, heal through them, and then set an intention. What do you want next? What do you want? He's very like, It's funny. He didn't want me to like say who he was. He's very shy. Ugh. This beer is getting gross. You know, like the beers that just like they try too hard. Ugh. I don't like this one. It's the only thing we had though. Carly, I think that was for me. Yay! I'm glad it resonated. Doesn't alcohol deafen the psychic senses? Yes. Yes and no. I didn't watch Becky Kirsty, but I looked it up and I was like, I don't see it. But it's funny how some people can see celebrities and you just like can't. I watched the trailer, Kirsty. I was like, oh my goodness. I should make a video about that, turtles. I'm going to just write that down because there are some people out there, especially in the shamanic community, that feel like the only way they can access their intuitive ability is through drugs. And the shamanic coach that I went to, like, I took all of her classes, and literally every single class, someone asked about drugs. And she was like, she would get so pissed. She was like, do not take drugs. You can access this information without drugs. And I'm full testament to that. And there's definitely times where I would say both. Like, there's been times where I've been really drunk. Like, I'll just admit it. Like, I was on a camping trip, pulled out the tarot cards, and I really connected. And sometimes the alcohol, sometimes the drugs will bring down that wall and you can just connect. The shitty thing about it though is if you're not following the rules of like set your intention, who are you talking to? Are you talking to someone for your highest and best good? You know, sometimes when you get drunk you forget to do all those things, and then you just like you're not connecting to the right source. And then sometimes too I've been like drunk or high and just been like you know, I'm not connecting. And sometimes, usually that's at a party. And what happens is my friends know I'm psychic. And they're like, can you just read something for me? And so that's when I have to have my boundaries and I've got like my response ready. And I just, now what I do is I say, I don't read when I'm drinking. You know, I don't connect as well. Sometimes I do. And sometimes I'm like, I know exactly what to say, but I just kind of draw that line there because I want to be good ethically as a psychic and not, also, I don't want to get to a point where I rely on it. Sorry, this is a big tangent. But I've only had that much. It doesn't have any effect on me. It takes a couple of beers to get me drunk. But yeah, I would say for some people, absolutely, it probably does hinder that psychic ability. Some people, it might enhance it. But I'm a huge advocate of not using drugs or alcohol to get your psychic abilities there. I think you can absolutely do it without. She played on The Conjuring too. Interesting. That was my great grandpa. Yay, Carly! Yes, absolutely. Tequila. Okay, sorry guys, tangent. Welcome everyone who's joining me live. I'm doing gallery readings, which is basically invite your guides in, invite your loved ones in, ask questions. And what I'm doing is I'm sort of finding the spirits that are strongest, finding that message and sort of relaying the message. And if it resonates with you, throw up your hand, say, hey, I think that's for me. And I want to get to a few more. What time is it? Whoa. This guy's coming in really strong. He's a very negative spirit, which is why I'm going back and forth and I'm saying he's negative. Why is he here? So I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to my guides. I'm asking them to relay the message. They said it's important. He says I can't breathe. He's covered in white. He's like choking. I've sort of, so if you're interested, I've put up like a wall and I'm telling him he can't come, he can't cross it, he can't bother any of us. But I'm asking my guides to basically relay the information, to filter the information so I'm not getting his negativity or his bias, but I'm still getting the message. Ugh. I feel like I can't breathe. So that's like clairsentient feeling, and I can block that away. I have control of that. But I'm feeling what he's feeling, and that's part of the message. I don't know if before he died, he's having respiratory issues. They're saying no, it's more symbolic. Okay. I got distracted by the comments. Give me 1 second. Okay. Somebody who's watching is afraid of a spirit around them, and it's this guy. And the message is that you need to put up boundaries. So if there's somebody out there who's having negative activity every now and then, it's this guy. I want to pull a card of why he's attracted to you. There's something similar going on. It's something with the spirit of place. So spirit of place is literally like physical location. So for whatever reason he's coming to you because of, like, maybe you're in an apartment and he's attached to somebody else. Maybe he died in that house. Maybe he lived near the place that you're in. Um I don't I don't know if his name is Corey. He's not responding to it. He's so ugh. Ugh, I don't like his energy. Um But basically, if you're feeling like there's a negative spirit around you, I think this is him possibly. It could not be. Don't want to freak you guys out. I do have a video on, I think it's called like, There's a Spirit in My House, Help What I Do. Definitely watch that one. But the energy or the message is from my guides is that you're letting this spirit in because you're just not aware, and you need to put up boundaries and get rid of him. That's the message. Even if you don't feel like this is exactly who the spirit is in your house, but you feel like there's something negative, check out that video. Basically, I talk about all sorts of ways you can put sage in the house. You can put things in the corner of your house. You can put up citrus and something else. It's like a little combination. There's stones that I talk about. And then I think I do some exercises of like how to get rid of spirits. And I also talk about like a house clearing exercise. So yeah, I'm getting rid of him. He's not here anymore. But if you feel like you're having negative activity around your house, message is boundaries, 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 boundaries. Yes, Archangel Michael. He's the dude when it comes to getting rid of scary stuff in your house. I imagine Archangel Michael with like a big hammer just like whacking the spirit out of my house and like it flying miles. And that might not actually be what's happening, but that visualization helps. It sets the intention that that's what's happening, and I get rid of those spirits. Harmony, if you feel like it resonates, maybe it could definitely be with you. Turtles, you asked about the Cali. Is very interesting because I had that spirit come in for me very specifically. It was about a year ago now, actually, because I had just gotten pregnant and that spirit had come through. I'm not sensing them, but that doesn't mean, I feel like there's a sea of spirits behind me, so definitely could be there. Okay. Let's do another one. My throat is really starting to hurt. That's why I brought it up, because it's interesting, but I didn't know if it was the same. All right, guys, let's do like two more spirits. Your throat chakra. No, I think it's getting colder here. I think I'm just legit like getting sick. Okay. There's a goddess. Dang, I wish I had my other deck here. Okay. So I can't remember what this goddess's name is. I just have her visual. I don't even think she's Greek. It's someone different than what I was saying before, but she has like paint on her face and she's got a bow and arrow. And she's specifically, the message is like, you are a strong woman. You can do it. You are capable. I feel like several women watching right now or watching replay that are not giving themselves enough credit. You can do this. There might be something you're like Danielle specifically, also you, that this is for. Danielle, oh my gosh, I got tingles. Like speaking to Danielle's specific reading that we just did, she was questioning, starting these businesses, and the message here is like, you can do it. The biggest obstacle right now is you. You have to step aside. You have to, there's something about women, we just don't give ourselves enough credit, and we don't let ourselves thrive and push. She's throwing out Denise. I love Denise. If you're feeling blocked money financially, if you feel like you can't do things because you have money blocks, check out Denise Duffield Thomas. She's written the book Lucky Bitch. I've done a video review on it. I feel like my guides give me resources that I know. They might not work for you, but sometimes you might be looking at something and then it'll lead you to something else. But I feel like there's a lot of women listening right now. I can see you all. They're showing me you, and they're showing me your lack of confidence. And it's like, if you just had a few people around you to like push you forward, this is for me also, then you would accomplish so much. And it's okay. You don't have those people around you, so you have to be that for yourself. And she's like, I'm here. I'm the strong, like, warrior goddess, and I am going to be that for you. I wish I knew her name. If you're really feeling like you resonate with her, once I'm done, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab my goddess book, and I will throw her name in the comments, because I see her in that book. I just can't remember her name. And I'll throw it in the comments. I'm also gonna throw in the comments that Facebook group where we connect and practice together. So I'll also put that in there. Group and goddess. Yeah. Thank you. May you be peaceful. I'm not sure, Turtles. That was the first time I had ever seen her. Oh, you might have been picking it up for Mama Odie. There you go. Oh, shoot. I just dropped a card. Diana? Maybe. I can't for the life of me remember her name. Yes, thank you. Denise Duffield Thomas. Her whole like series is called like Lucky Bitch. If you're feeling like money blocks. Okay. One more reading. Okay, that's a message for my husband. I will pass it along. Okay, there is an animal coming forward, but he's wearing like a suit, and he's very proper, and he's like, I would like to speak next. And so what I do as a psychic is I ask, okay, what does that represent? Why am I seeing this spirit guide in this way? I'm hearing scholarly, and I'm asking, is the message in regards to scholarly pursuits? Hang on. I need to read first, teach later. He's like lecturing me. I can't make out the words, but there's something about him lecturing and being proper. He's like walking with one hand behind his back, and he's like that's his energy right now. I can't tell what kind of animal he is, but he's an animal. Okay. Someone out there is taking themselves way too seriously. Oh, okay. This might be not the message that someone wants to hear, but what I'm getting is he's copying your energy, and your energy is very much like, I know a lot. I'm better than everyone else. Like, I'm changing my posture. I'm taking on his energy. It's like, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm very important. And this is what you do sometimes, and that's okay. But he's trying to show me the effect that it has on other people. And so if you're feeling like other people just are constantly just like not interested in talking to you or like hanging out with you, oh, this, I'm not framing this the best. I'm not saying this the best, but um it's like he wants you to know that that energy is throwing people off. And there needs to be a balance of, yes, you know a great deal of things and you are very smart and very intelligent, but there's the balance of knowing social cues and when you're throwing other people off and other people aren't interested. Like, yeah, exactly, Turtles. Like, learning to be a good listener. Um, and so I think I'm asking who is this for? And they're just showing me the energy of this person is like, if you're always mad at other people, if you feel like you can't keep friends, if you feel like people just don't stick around, maybe examine how you act in front of people. And when I say this, I'm not saying like you need to change, but you know, there's a certain point where you push people away because of your attitude. And I don't want this to come across like mean or demeaning, but he's showing me his energy and it's off-putting. And I think that's the message, is sometimes you act that way. And I'm also getting that this message is going to be for somebody on Saturday that I'm going to be doing a reading for. Yeah, that means there's going to be somebody there who's like, oh, we'll see. We'll see if that happens. um, does it look like a ram or like gray and black colors? No, I should say it's a very short, it's like a rabbit without ears. That's like all I'm seeing. But I'll ask why the animal is significant. The animal is significant because it's this person's spirit guide. Um, and usually when animals come in, I sort of interpret them as very much like helping you with a certain theme in your life. And I don't like the word theme, but like, you know, my raccoon guide is very much with the theme of like hard work, which I always struggle with because I grew up very wealthy. My family was always like, we will provide for you always and forever. And so it's very easy for me to take the lazy route. And so that's like a theme in my life that I struggle with. And so that's why that guide comes through as an animal for me. So I can't tell what this animal is. All I know is it's very short, doesn't have a tail, doesn't have ears. I think it's just that I don't know what the animal is. And that's why I just don't know the name. I was seeing a rabbit too. Maybe he's got his ears pinned back. Yes, I was okay. I got gray and black too. I should have said that with the suit. Yes. Well, whoever that's for, I hope I'm sure no one's gonna be like, yeah, that's me. I'm sometimes a jerk, but I hope that connects with whoever it needs to connect with. Awesome. I need to wrap up, you guys. I wish I could stay on for so much longer, but I've got to go get baby duties out of the way. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, I will be jumping on live again. It's just not going to be on a weekly basis. So if you want to know when I'm going to be on, follow me on Facebook. Sign up for my newsletters because I will put events on my website and stuff. And then you'll know when I'm going to be on. If anyone donated that had a question, maybe throw it up right now. I think it was just Michelle, but I don't know if Kirsty ever got a donation. Let me just double check. But Michelle, if you have a question, thank you so much. I just want to make sure she doesn't have anything pressing. Anyway, yay! Thanks, Diane. Please subscribe, you guys. Your subscriptions help me a ton. You can always turn off the notifications if you don't like it. I am super excited to almost be at 1,000. I will probably jump on live that night and do a giveaway for my psychic course because I want to celebrate getting to 1,000. So keep an eye out for that. Yes. Okay. Let me just finish my like outro, Michelle, and then I'll give you a quick little reading in case people want to sign off. Let's see. Join my Facebook group. I'm going to share that in the comments. I'm also going to share that goddess in the comments. The Facebook group is basically for practicing. And again, we are doing tonight is the last night of our mutual dreaming exercises. So I want to do that with you guys. It's a really fun exercise. And I'm also going to share the fall equinox ritual that I'm doing. If you can also do that tonight while it's the first day of fall, perfect timing. It's okay if it's a day or two off, like doesn't really matter. But I'm going to share that in that group as well. So I hope you guys join me. Reading prices are going to change here in a bit. So book a reading with me if you like the prices kind of where they're at. Not going to be a huge change. I don't ever want to like jump it up dramatically to where you guys can't afford it. Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks, Diane. Oh, hey, Brandis. Did you like just now join? I look forward to our session as well. I'm excited. I clicked to join on Facebook. Oh, perfect, Mama Odie. I think your energy will be very helpful. We have a lot of people in the group who are shy, but the more people we get in there and practice with each other, it will be great. You should join me tonight for our dreaming session. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, crap. Sorry, you guys. I don't remember your handles. May you be peaceful and at ease. Did I do a reading for you? Okay, so Michelle, I'm just going to do a quick reading for Michelle because she donated. So when I do get on live, if you send me a donation, I'll make sure I answer a question for you. No, I've been on. Oh, I'm sorry, Brandish. I didn't even see you. Where was the question? My friend Russell passed away almost a year ago. Last saw him a year ago today. Just hoping for message. Oh, okay, you brought that up earlier. I forgot to clear the room. There's all these spirits still like, I want to talk. Okay, everyone out. Thank you so much for your messages. Do not bother these people. Do not bother me. Thank you. Thank you. And now I just want to talk to Russell. Oh, he just gave you a big hug, Michelle. Did you guys have like maybe a romantic connection, Michelle? Like maybe just like a little inkling of it? That's the message that's coming through right now, is like he's very much like, it might have worked out. I hope he's not like your father or something. No, he was gay. Okay. Maybe he's messing with me. That's so funny. Oh, okay. Thanks. May you be peaceful and at ease. I was like, oh, I hope I haven't forgotten who that is. My family gets on here and like they have weird handles and I'm like, who are you? And they're like, it's your cousin. I'm like, oh, sorry. Okay. No, that's so funny. Was he a funny dude? Maybe he's messing with me. He's saying, Michelle, that message about like the you can do it, empowered women, like he's like, that was for you too. He's just like, pull a card. I don't want to talk this way. He's grumpy with how slow I am. Okay, so the two messages that he wanted to relay was time to go. He wants you to switch things up, Michelle. I hear him exasperated. Yeah. Time to go. Time to switch things up. time to go doesn't necessarily mean like get up and move or something or make like a huge dramatic change. He just wants you to like funk up the energy a little bit, do something a little bit different, make a different decision. He just keeps being like, you deserve more. You deserve more. He's saying that one of the things he regrets of not being there is giving you pep talks. I don't know if he gave you a lot of pep talks, Michelle, but like that's what he's doing right now. And this card is never ending story. And so I think the vibe that I get from this card is like that victimizing yourself, kind of when you're like, oh my gosh, my life sucks. And he's very much like, this is what you're doing. I'm communicating his sass. Sorry, this is not me. He's like, this is what you're doing. You're being Mrs. Drama Queen, but you're fine. You can do it. And he's like, he's giving you a hug, and he's like, I wish I could be there to give you pep talks. Because he's like, it's a lot better if I could do it in person because you're stubborn and you don't listen. But you can do it, basically. What does this little piece say? Apollo and Artemis? Let me see if there's anything else from Russell. You're welcome. I think he just wants to know that anytime you need a pep talk, he's like, you can come to me. Like, you can pull a card and I will still be there. You can talk to me in your head and you'll have a conversation with him and you're going to be like, oh, this is just me guessing what he would say. But he's like, there's going to be some of that is intuitive, that is me. Like, you can still hear me and know what I would have said. But yeah, I think that's that main message that's coming through of the empowered woman. Like, you can do it. Get out of this funk, change it up. Don't keep telling yourself the same like story about yourself. Don't victimize yourself to a point where you can't move forward. Thank you, Michelle. Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much. I think I already did my sort of outro spiel, but follow me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Subscribe, and I'm on my website too. I put up blogs. Yes, thank you, Harmony. And again, if I get on live again, probably the next time I will get on live will be very soon because I'm about to hit 1,000 subscribers. And as soon as I do that, I want to do kind of a night giveaway of one of my courses. Maybe I'll do a few giveaways. I don't know. Feeling generous. And then from then on out, if I do any sort of live stuff, I will let you guys know through Facebook or my website. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Every time I pull a card, I get the Empress. It all makes sense. Nice. He was like, Thanks, Danielle. I hope it goes well. Honestly, though, this has given me great practice, and this makes me realize I can do it without even seeing people in front of me. So if I need to, I just have to close my eyes at the event and ignore the people and just connect to spirit. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to go look up that goddess. So if you want to refresh the video after a while, look at my comments and I'll throw in the group and that goddess. Thank you guys so much. I want to stay on, but I need to go to bed. See you later. Bye. Good night.